Right, so I've got another day on the road, but this time around I'm taking my Kia because unfortunately Reese ain't well today, so we're not going to be taking a van. So I'm actually going to be taking just a few of the essentials, but there's a few more products I'm going to be taking, which I have in here because I'm working on a very special car. So this is a 2-day cleanup. It's a brand new Lamborghini Urus I'm going to be working on. So today I'm going to be ceramic coating the car with just a crystal serum light, and I'm going to be going back tomorrow to apply the Exo V5. I'm also going to be using Leather Garden Smart Fabric because he wants everything protected. So I've got a nice easy day today. In fact, it's actually quite a good earner if you ask me. So I'm just going to be taking my bare essentials, as this is the only car I'm going to be working on today. I'm going to do a few others tomorrow because tomorrow's an easy day, but it's on that well-known estate where I've got loads and loads of clients. So I've got lots to get on with today. It's not looking good weather-wise out here actually, look at it. It is grim, but nevertheless he's got a nice big garage, and the reason why we've not brought the car back is because it's just not convenient for him. He's just a client who likes us turning up to his place doing it, and quite frankly when you've got customers like him, I mean, he's always tipping us, he's always paying extra and doing really good things for us. So I just thought, you know what, it's fine, it's no problem. So I'm going to load this up, then we're going to hit the road. Actually, one thing I've never done before is use the Kia as a work van, so this is going to be interesting to find out where it's all going to go, but I haven't got a lot of boxes, so I think it should be way more than doable. Okay, that's about as much as I'm going to get in there. The weather's not really looking too promising, is it? I'm going to get very wet out there today. The good thing is though, once I've put it in the garage, I'm going to be totally fine. I'm going to be nice and dry, plenty of lighting, so it shouldn't be any problems at all. But still, come on. And actually, speaking of brightness, wait till you see the paint job on this Lamborghini. It's absolutely unreal. Anyway, I'm sure some of you regular viewers of the channel are probably going to be wondering, why on earth am I going back out as a mobile car cleaner again when I've said a million times over that I've jacked it in and I've done other things? Well, the truth is quite simple really, because my whole channel is all about car cleaning, and it just doesn't mean that I'm going to be in a studio all the time. When I was going back through the past 4 years that I've been doing YouTube, I was looking at where my most popular videos were and how that resonated with the viewers watching it. And a lot of those videos were when I was out and about on the road and I was giving advice to those of you who needed it. And I thought, over the last couple of months, the content's been getting pretty stale. I'm not going to lie, I'll say it straight up, it's just not been anywhere near as good as it should be. And I thought, well, I need to make things a little more interesting. I can't just be in the same place. So I thought I'll start doing a bit more car cleaning as well. And I'm not going to lie, because the channel's been going on a bit of a downfall at the minute, and it's not just my channel, there's a lot of big YouTubers out there who are just jacking it in, and they're saying that they're struggling to cover their overheads. And I kind of see why, because when I started YouTube, this was just an additional hobby. It was a little way that I could make a couple of quid here and there. And then it got ridiculous. It got to the point where it's taking over my life. It's the first thing I checked in the morning when I woke up, last thing I checked when I went to bed every night, and if I woke up at 4 in the morning, I'm like, I've got to see how many people are watching it. It started to really interfere with my personal life, and it's so difficult because you're constantly on your phone 24/7, because you could have some really consistent videos that are doing well, and for reasons unknown to me, the next day you could wake up and all your views have been completely wiped off and you've lost everything. And those moments are absolutely bloody terrifying, and I've had a couple of them recently. I tell you what, November was the biggest month I've ever done with YouTube in terms of the money I've made from sales, commission, ad revenue, everything combined. I didn't even think in my wildest dreams I would be back onto that level again without cleaning cars. And then December came along, and oh my word, did it drop badly. And I thought, okay, this is just a blip. It's Christmas time coming up, people are just preoccupied. And yeah, January's hit as well, and January is so bad. And if you look at the car industry as a whole, not just detailing, there's a lot of people in trouble, a lot of businesses in trouble. And I thought, well,
I've got to do something. I've got to have a plan B. And I know Arnold Schwarzenegger always goes on about saying, you can't have a plan B. You have to have a plan B sometimes, because if things go tits up, that's it. And I've got a wife, I've got 3 kids, I've got pets, I've got a house, I've got a nice unit that I've got to pay for all this stuff. I'm not trying to brag. I have to pay for it. So YouTube gradually become a full-time business. It was taking over the car cleaning. And I was thinking, okay, I'll just jack it all in and I could just carry on being this YouTuber. But then if I become a YouTuber, then I'm not relatable, because I'm not out and about doing cars. You're going to watch the videos and go, why am I going to take advice from anybody who doesn't go out car cleaning? So to answer your question, that's why I'm out car cleaning. Anyway, I'm not going to lie, but the weather is getting so much worse now. I can see it coming down. I'm a little worried because I've just said, oh, I can do it, it's no problem. I'm going to get very wet today. I know it. It's going to be an awful one. And it's funny, I tell you what, and I know I say it all the time, we are living in a simulation. I don't know if it's just me, but every time I go to this house that I'm going to, it blimmin' rains. And it doesn't just rain a little bit, it rains heavily. It's doing it again, I can't believe it.
Honestly, this is the nicest colour I've ever seen, ever. Unbelievable. Now I think I'm pronouncing it right, it's a Performante. Holy smokes, look at this. The interior is out of this world. Isn't it just fantastic? Very excited. This is the colour I need. This is what I need to get on that. Actually, I need to chuck that in the bin, that Kia. But this, oh yes, love it. But do you know what, as amazing as that car looks, I can't help but think they got a bit of inspiration from the Ava bucket. And not only that, they got the world's largest wheels. I mean, the size of them. Those bad boys in there as well, the ceramic brakes. This rain is not looking good. This is good stuff, by the way, power foam, so cool. It gets the job done, no messing. Everything's very green today. I've got some Mile Deep. That's green, buckets are green, Ava's green, car is green.
Throughout this video, I just gathered some of the clips together, so you won't see the full step-by-step process, as it was freezing cold. And quite frankly, when you're pushed for time like I was, and you've got the weather that's going against you for filming, it just sometimes isn't possible. But it doesn't really matter what car I clean, because I always start with the wheels and arches first, and in a perfect world, I would have just had this Lambo in a garage with the wheels off. But when you're a mobile valeter, you don't really have that luxury, so you've got to make the best of a bad situation. But as always, as you will see later in this video, it's not totally impossible to get amazing results. After a decent covering of snow foam, I let it dwell for a few minutes before rinsing, and thankfully in the colder months, despite the bad weather, it's more forgiving in terms of letting products dwell and do their job properly, so it's not all doom and gloom. For the contact wash, I'm using some Mile Deep Cleanse shampoo, and I will put an entire list of everything I've used in the description below, plus I'm also going to be listing some of my favourite tools and products that I use on a regular basis.
I've just realised something, because when I quoted this job, I presumed it was going to be a bit like the other Lamborghini inside, where I was going to do all the fabric, spray it all, protect all the fabric, and I was thinking, okay, it would just be a bit of Alcantara on the seats, but look. Everything has got fabric on it. Look at the door cards. The whole damn thing has fabric. There's fabric all up here. Sorry, all down here, sorry. Even on the sides of the seats. This is unbelievable. Hang on. That is a first for me. Look at this. It's everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. The only thing that doesn't have black fluff on it is the pedals. Everything else, jeez. It's on the back seats and all. This really is a first. I haven't even checked the boot yet. Absolutely everywhere. Everywhere you can imagine. Oh, that's different. Looking at this kind of puts my Kia to shame. Oh dear. Unless I got it wrapped. This is actual paint though. So this is a new towel I've got from Mile Deep. They sent it with a few other products a couple of months ago, and I thought I'd feature it today because it is a really good quality towel, super thick. It's slightly different to the ones that I'm using from microfiber, but nevertheless it's actually pretty good. I've used it a few times now. It's been in the wash a few times. Again, it's another close match for the green. Everybody's loving the green.
This is another top money saving tip for you right here, because I'm using my Hyundai wet vac, but this one doubles up as a blower as well. So if you're trying to save space in your vehicle and carry the least amount of tools as possible, then this is a must-have tool. And it's still coming in at around £60 at the moment, so it's a real bargain. And just bear in mind that it is cheap, so I can't give you long-term feedback for at least another 12 months or so. But in all honesty, right now it's doing brilliantly, and it does feel very powerful. This next bit would definitely trigger some of you detailers out there, but no, I did not clay bar this car, or machine polish it for that matter. Yep, I'm going to jump straight into the ceramic coating stage after spraying it with some panel wipe first. Now you may think, why on earth am I doing this? Surely not. But all I'm doing here is fulfilling what the customer wants, not what I think is right. So with every client, I always go through the process with them before they confirm the service. But when they say they are 100% happy with the car as it is, you have to take it on the chin and do what they want. Because you've got to bear in mind, this is their pride and joy.
So the paint is looking good. Very good. I haven't done the glass yet. Gonna do the wheels now. And then, yeah, that's gonna be the stage one complete. I've got to come back tomorrow. Tomorrow I will probably do the fabric. Right, it's getting pretty dark out here, so I'm going to get some of this on. I'm just going to test a few areas first because the whole car is literally Alcantara. Right, so I've just done my test sample. I've just sprayed some down there on the mat, and I've done a little bit here on the Alcantara just to see how that's going to go before I get carried away. So we're going to leave it overnight, come back tomorrow and finish it off. Right, day two, but this time around I'm not going to be going back in the Kia. In fact, I'm actually going to be taking the Audi TT, and this is going to be quite an interesting one for you, because if you come and have a look out here now, that is literally all I'm taking. Pressure washer, vacuum cleaner. I've got 2 buckets. I don't really need to take the pressure washer, but I might be going next door, so I've got it as a backup. So I've got pressure washer, vacuum cleaner, my glass buckets, my wash bucket, my wheel bucket, a few bits.
So I am travelling light today. Not sure it's going to be the best of moves, but we'll find out when we get there, because I believe I'm only going to be carrying on with the Lamborghini. I don't think I'll be doing the other cars because I did them last week, so they don't really need to be done. But the neighbour next door, he's got a couple of cars that I always do, and I featured them on a video before, but I'm not sure if I'm going back there later on today. I may just drop him a text, because he said, could I come over this week? And as we have the sun out right now, it's looking quite decent out there. So I might grab this opportunity with both hands. I was going to save it for later on in the week, because I've got to head back out to this area and do a few more cars with my mate Reese. But because he's ill at the minute, I'm just thinking, well, I should rather just get as much done as I possibly can today. But I have got limited resources, but it won't stop me getting some work done, and it won't stop me earning some pretty decent money today.
Today's product's G Techniq Exo V5. This is the first time I've used this, so I'm interested to see. It looks good, doesn't it? Well, it looks amazing anyway.
This product basically boosts the water repellency, and it reduces the dirt, so it's a coating to go on top of your coating, which may not make sense for some of you, but as you will see in the follow-up video in a few weeks' time, the water effects are simply outstanding.
Wow, the way this goes on is so slick. That is incredible.
So if you want to see the follow-up video on this, make sure you hit the subscribe button and stay tuned for the next video.